spiritual and religious people can sometimes be the most judgmental. Okay? But they also are the same people that's allegedly bringing people to healing. Okay? Chat wanted to know, why is this the case? And since this is a two-part question, I'm going to have to give it its well-deserved two-part answers. First off, spiritual and religious. Okay? These people in general are self-centered. Why? Because along the lines of your own evolution, you're going to have to center into self. Okay? So when I mention self-centered, I don't mean this in a dark manner. I just stating the obvious. It becomes a dark manner when I remain self-centered. Okay? See, I was supposed to center myself and then offered the same centering to other people. Matter of fact, I was supposed to become a center. That's why you go to health centers, healing centers. Okay? So, the reason why a lot of these people become so judgmental is, first, on the process of your healing, you're learning that you have to become the judge. You have to be judgmental. You start judging yourself. Okay? You start judging yourself. And at a certain point of time, when you remain self-centered, you start projecting your judgments of yourself onto other people. So I want us first to understand that about spiritual and religious people. Okay? They self-centered nature compels them to be judgmental, but it is not you that they are judging. Okay? It is always themselves they are judging. You are just part of the projection. You are just part of the reflection of themselves. So when they see something you doing that they don't agree with and they don't like, they really saying, I wouldn't be doing that. And I don't agree with me doing that. They really never see you. Self-centered people never see you. Okay? So, how can also these people also proclaim to be the same people leading you to healing? Can the blind lead the blind? Can the sick heal the sick? No, they can't. So, this is why it's alleged healing. You see, what they are selling is not healing. This is why I'm reluctant to call myself a healer. I don't allow people to call me that. Why? Because first off, only you can heal you. That's for one. Okay, this comes from a decade of experience. Okay, after allowing people to call me that, I had to hold up, return the power to where it is and where it comes from. I would not be so responsible, okay, for your own progression. Okay, that's one. For two, since the blind can't lead the blind and the unhealed can't lead the unhealed, the sick can't heal the sick, you also going to see no progression. No progression is to be expected. No progression is to even asked for. I give you an example. A lot of people been praying. A lot of people been burning candles. A lot of people been using some words that they done romanticize, such as affirmations and manifestations. What there have they manifested? What have they affirmed if it's not their authentic self? If it's not life, if it's not love, if it's not freedom, liberty for all sentient beings, including yourself. Some people only want good things for them. Do they want it for you? Do they want it for all sentient beings? Okay? So I say all that to say there's a nefarious agenda within the spiritual community. This is why I left it. Okay? There's a nefarious agenda within the religious community. This is why I left it. You're looking at a man who was a Buddhist. Okay? You're looking at a man who was not only a Muslim, but also an imam. You're looking at a man who was not only a Christian, but also a preacher. You're looking at a man, okay, who went to school for these things. I studied Islamic apologetics, Christian apologetics. I sought to be, one of the greatest preachers and imams. And come on now, I was full of my own self. Why? Because I thought that peace and healing was something we all wanted. Okay? This is coming from the mind of an innocent little boy who only wanted to save his world. You remember your ideals as what you had as in your youth carried into your adults. I always thought I was a superhero. I still wear capes. I favored people like Batman because Batman ain't had no superpowers. It only took some paper. So I understood that as possible. In all my adulthood, I've been using my paper, okay, to run around and be Batmaning. But I want you to understand, through those religious and spiritual institutions, results isn't what's asked for. It isn't required because it's all on the grounds of belief. Belief doesn't require any proof. It doesn't require any existence. It doesn't require any evidence. Okay? So, this is why these people aren't making no results. I don't see no religious people have made any substantial progress since the religion has spawned. They have not saved people. They have not saved the earth. They have not even offered. No. And I don't want us to make it the doctrine. It's a difference between the doctrine and the people. I'm not here to argue doctrine. I'm here pro your enlightenment. If the doctrine leads to enlightening you, then I'm pro it. But there is something that is flawed within this equation, and that's the ego of men. The ego of men. Much more rather you be weak than strong. Much more rather you be timid, okay, than standing up for yourself. They much more rather you never be healed. It is an off-reach and branch of the pharmaceutical industry that will much more rather you remain sick. So, to sum all this up, the region is spiritual and the religious can be so judgmental and also proclaim to be healers because they the same devils that's putting people in these equations. They the same devils. They the same demons. They just are clad in sheep's clothing. You don't recognize them. They'd allowed you to lower your guard. Okay? Yeah. So, I want everybody to be conscientious of what you really subscribe in your spirit towards. Is it something that really aims to free you? Free you. Liberate you. Okay? Grant serenity to your imagination, to your spirit, to soul itself, or is somewhere along those lines is there a nefarious agenda to get you to subscribe, to get you to sign up for something else? Okay? Nevertheless, this is why I much more rather teach you. If I teach you, you remain the student and you also become the teacher. You will not be fooled being the student. Okay, remember, it's a certain energy that you had in your youth. In your youth, you was hungry for wisdom. But at a certain point in time, they stopped feeding you this wisdom. And you aged. And you aged. And you aged. And remember, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I've taught the old dog some tricks. Okay? Far be it from the wise to not be able to use our wisdom to save our own planet. Okay? And the trick is, If I put you back in the studenthood, I also bring you back into the youthness of your spirit. You'll be able to utilize your imagination. You'll be able to utilize your emotions. You'll be able to utilize your mind, body, and spirit, which are all equal in power unto the advantage of you, which is to the advantage of the ecosystem and the advantage of the universe. You welcome. Yeah, and until then, and while we doing this, we gonna party. Hopefully that answered your question. If you ever wondered about the spiritual universe and the spiritual community, if you ever felt like it was something dark there, you wasn't tripping. There is something dark there. Okay, look with your spiritual eyes. Look with your heart. Okay? Don't always believe what you've been sold or what you've been told. Remember, just because it's in a book don't mean it's right. Just because somebody said it's old don't mean it's right. A lot of people run around promote my ancestors. Your ancestors could have been wrong and promoting that wrong today. A lot of people are missing the point. The point is life. The point is that we're here now. The point is to acknowledge the power that you have today to change something today. I don't play them weak games. That's why meditation teaches you to be in the present. In the present, you will become the present. That is to be the gift. And when you the gift, then everybody get to receive the rubies of your riches. That makes sense? Hopefully that makes sense to all of you. If you haven't done so already, make sure y'all subscribed on this YouTube. Make sure your post notifications on. And make sure you're enriching yourself mentally, spiritually, physically every day. Enrichment is most important. And for that matter, that's why our slogan is